Alright, I already know what's going on here. I already know people are going to be upset, saying don't do this, but I gotta do it. I gotta give credit to the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, that's right, we're gonna give them some credit here. The Sacramento Kings have been a bit of a punching bag as a franchise. It's kind of easy to take shots at them, but today we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna pick at low-hanging fruit. We're gonna raise them up a little bit. So today we're going to talk about Tyrese Haliburton and his rookie campaign and how he even made some noise for Rookie of the Year. We're going to talk about De'Aaron Fox and how he's improved his game. We're going to break down some numbers on the team, and the stats. We're going to talk about the coaching. You know at Bankshot Basketball we keep it 100. You already know this. So just buckle up, sit tight, kick back and relax, and here we go. Alright, so this is pretty easy. The Sacramento Kings selected Tyrese Haliburton with the 12th pick. At his time during Iowa State, he averaged 10 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and he was shooting 50% field goal percentage. Now, going into the draft, Tyrese Haliburton's draft stock was pretty high. I don't know what in the world happened for him to drop down to 12th, but somehow he did. And Monty McNair, the new GM of the Sacramento Kings, was quick to pounce on him. Tyrese Haliburton has said in interviews that if he could redo the draft again, he would still want to go 12th because he wanted to play with De'Aaron Fox. He is a fan of the organization, and from day one of being interviewed during the draft, he knew a little bit about the Sacramento Kings. So he was earning brownie points from the start, guys. Alright, so one reason why Tyrese Haliburton's stock may have dropped was because of his three-point shot. A lot of people say that's too mechanical, it's too stiff, it's never gonna transition to the NBA. Well, you tell those people, shut up. Tyrese Haliburton is speaking threes fluently, and we have some numbers right here to prove it. He's shooting 42% from the three-point range, and they even give him a little bit of credit about his ability to create out of the pick and roll. Also in this picture, you notice he has a Rookie of the Month award right there. He's got a few of those here in the West. So Tyrese Haliburton's rookie career is going great so far. We're going to talk a little bit more about his numbers and keep going. Alright, so far these are Tyrese Haliburton's career stats. And Tyrese Haliburton, he's been playing pretty good for the Kings. There's been games where he's started. There's been games where he's come off the bench and led the second unit. Overall, Tyrese Haliburton has done whatever Luke Walton's needed him to do. As we mentioned, he's been able to hit some three-pointers. He's been able to get in the paint and score easily there. And he also has a knack for playmaking. And one other thing that's really great about Tyrese Haliburton, he has a maturity to him. If you ever watch his interviews, if you ever listen to him speak, you can tell that he's a person of high character. And going forward, that's the type of person you want in your organization. If you want to have some building blocks, that's the right building block to start with. So, as I mentioned before, Tyrese Haliburton is pretty flexible. He's been able to step up whenever his name has been called. As of recently, De'Aaron Fox, he's been out for a few games, 5 to be specific, and we have a small sample size here, but as you can see from the numbers listed above, Tyrese Haliburton has improved his numbers. He's improved his scoring, and his assists have gone up as well. So let's just take this full circle now. The Sacramento Kings, they have a young player that can hit threes. He's pretty mature. He's shown a great knack for playmaking, and he's drama-free so far. I don't predict any drama coming from him, just from the interviews and everything I've seen so far. So he's getting off to a great start. He's up there with LaMelo Ball. He's up there with Anthony Edwards for the best rookies for this year. So Tyrese Haliburton, his career is off to a great start here in Sacramento. But hey, what do I know? Well, something I do know is that players around the league are taking notice of Tyrese Haliburton's play. Earlier this year, the Sacramento Kings took on the Brooklyn Nets, and after that game, Kyrie Irving and James Harden both came up to Tyrese Haliburton to share a few words with him. They probably gave him a little bit of advice. They probably gave him some compliments. Either way, you could tell it was a moment where they were just giving him some credit for all the hard work he's put in, because it's noticeable. As I've mentioned, no stage is too big for Tyrese Haliburton. No light is too bright for him. Recently, the Sacramento Kings took on the Los Angeles Lakers, and LeBron James, he returned to play after an extended period of time off, and yet the Kings were still able to pull out a victory against LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Andre Drummond. That's pretty big. So we talked a little bit about Tyrese Haliburton, but now we got to talk about another player on the Sacramento Kings who I think is getting overlooked and deserves a little bit more credit. That's right. We gotta give some credit to De'Aaron Fox. If you don't got League Pass, if you don't live in Sacramento, if you've been living under a rock, you've been missing out. because De'Aaron Fox has been balling out lately. De'Aaron Fox. The D stands for don't bring that weak sauce around here, okay? He's been going off. He's averaging 28.8 points. He's getting 7.5 assists and 4.7 rebounds in his last 10 games. The month of April was great for De'Aaron Fox. Now, I know you might look at the record and say, hey man, these guys are losing. Well, it's not De'Aaron Fox's fault. He's putting up great numbers. He's attacking the basket. He's doing whatever he can. Let's go ahead and talk about his numbers a little bit more. Now, if you know anything about De'Aaron Fox, you know this guy likes Dragon Ball Z. And I like a little bit of Dragon Ball Z too. So I got a good analogy for you. This guy right here you're looking at, this is base De'Aaron Fox. He ain't Super Saiyan yet. He ain't Ultra Instinct yet. He ain't in God mode yet. This is De'Aaron Fox's career numbers. It was 18.2, 3.4, 6.4. Let's see what his numbers are looking at like now. Alright, see now we're getting to that final form. Now we're powering up on him. De'Aaron Fox went from 18 to 25. Rebounds looking the same, but those assists have also gone up as well. Might be because he has a new playmaker on the side of him in Tyrese Haliburton that could hit some shots and also feed him the rock more. Okay, so let's go ahead and break this down. So we talked about Tyrese Haliburton. He's had a hell of a year. We talked about De'Aaron Fox, how he's improved his numbers. We talked a little bit about Sacramento 5-0, but one big thing I gotta talk about is recently ESPN had a list of their 25, under 25. Both De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Haliburton made it on that list. On that list was players like Jason Tatum, Ben Simmons, LaMelo Ball, all those players, and De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Haliburton still made it. Look, as I said, it is easy to hate on the Kings, and trust me, we have some numbers coming up that I could hate on them. But I just wanted to do this video to give Sacramento 5-0 some credit. You know, this is an organization that's been trying to rebuild forever, and I think these are two of the best pieces they ever had to build around recently. Okay, so as we put a bow in this video and we start to wrap things up, we're going to go over some of the team stats. Offensively, the Kings are ranked 11th in offense. They don't have a big problem scoring the ball. Tyrese Haliburton, as I said, he can knock down some three-pointers. De'Aaron Fox get in the paint and mix it up there. So scoring the ball isn't the problem for the team. Let's talk about what is the problem. So the biggest problem is defense, and that's not really a surprise when it comes to young teams, but the Sacramento Kings defense is pretty bad. In fact, they're ranked dead last in defense. They're letting opponents score at will. They're not defending, they're not staying in front of their man, and overall the team's record is suffering because of it. Also because of that, the Kings definitely aren't going to get that playing spot, and they are not going to make it to the playoffs. Normally I put the standings up, I put the records up, but I don't think I'm going to need to do that for this one. So as I said, the problem for the Sacramento Kings is their defense. What's the Sacramento Kings future? I don't know. I know with Tyrese Haliburton and De'Aaron Fox, you have the possibility of having a bright future. Now, there's a lot that goes around that, or that's going to have to go around them. You're going to need some better defensive players. You might need some more veterans. Some people might even say you might need a new head coach. But that's for another day and for another time. Well, my name is Leezy. I've been keeping it 100 today. Shout out to Sacramento 5-0 De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Haliburton. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like. Be sure to give us a subscribe. Be sure to share this. Word of mouth always helps. Also, I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. It ain't easy. Help me out. I've noticed in my videos I'm up to like 700 views, yet I only have a few subscribers. We gotta fix that. We gotta get these numbers up. Alright guys, come on, let's do this. But anyway, it's your boy Leezy. I've been keeping it 100, and I am out of here. See you.